Hey my YT family, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing, and please share. One of the segments of my channel that I'm all into fashion and nails and things of that nature, but one thing that's dear to my heart is relationship advice, and that is because that is something that I realize so many of my sisters or my fellow female friends are having issues with. Either they're in a relationship or are looking for one, or are in a they're just in an indecisive place in life. To the young lady that wrote me the email in regards to should I marry a good guy without financial stability, I'm so sorry, first of all, that it took me this long to do the video. I've been on the road. For those of you that don't know, another aspect of my life is I am a female trucker babe, which means I drive 18-wheeler trucks, okay? So it's kind of hard for me to pump out these videos and be able to edit them and things of that nature, but I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. Your question was, should I get married to a good guy without financial stability? What I mean by financial stability is he works, but he does not give me any money. Wow. I do want my audience to chime in on this. If you have some advice for this young lady, everything is appreciated. Please try to be positive in your comment. Also, try to be mindful that love and hearts are involved. So this is not a situation for games or jokes. Just mature people, please. Her key points, she had pros and cons. We're going to start off with her cons for this guy. She says, I know for a fact that he loves me from his actions. He does work. He pays whenever we go out to dinner or on vacation. We do go on vacation sometimes. My kids do like him, and he's respectful to them. However, my concern with getting married is the cons. He does not physically give me money. He does not commit to financially changing my life. And I still have to go hard to meet my obligations. I get offered help, financial help, from platonic friends. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. And that's, well, it may be hard, but it's really not hard when it comes down to the bottom line. I'm a bottom line person. And the bottom line is, I'm just going to call you Miss M because I don't want to say your name, is with all that you've said, he loves me, we go on vacation, the kids like him, what else was it? I believe he loves me. He does work, but he does not give me any money. My thing is, you cannot, I don't know exactly where you live, but if you're in Georgia, you can't call Georgia Power. You cannot call the water authority. You cannot call the phone company. You cannot call your life insurance policy, anyone, and pay any of those things with a voucher of love. And that's just being real. I don't want it to sound like you're a gold, like it's a gold digging situation, but at the end of the day, we all can only survive with finance in hand. You have to have accessibility to cash flow, and your lights, your water, your car insurance, what your children eat, none of that gets paid by love. Unfortunately, it has to be coupled with something else, and that's where that phrase comes from sometimes. Love is just not enough. Is love enough for you? And apparently it's not, because you're asking, because I guess you're just indecisive on, should I just be with a good person because they're good for me in other ways? And she also mentioned she does not believe that he's a cheater. She hasn't had any situations with him dealing with any females. There's a lot of respect, and that is powerful. That is so much needed. But what will happen if you move forward with marriage? You will realize that maybe you could have had it all and not just settle for just that, because what happens, all that other stuff goes out the window when you start to struggle. If you're in a financial struggle, your lights start going off, or your car is repossessed, or your kids are having to eat cereal instead of actual eggs and bacon because there are lack of funds. You no longer care how cute this person is, how tall this person is, how nice they are, how all you know is I have you in my life and you're not changing the things that I'm going through. A man is supposed to walk into a woman's life and make a difference. If anyone encounters your life, if you have friends of longevity, and they know you, they've known you from, just say, at least the last 10 years, if they're not able to look at you and say, hey, what's going on? Have you met someone? Because I'm just seeing a lot of good things going on in your life. You just seem like everything is smooth. You're not complaining. Or I noticed, hey, you got a new car. Oh, you got a new house. Those are the type of things that, I'm sorry, when the man is by your side, that's what people expect. And then if you want help from family members and friends, you can't have a man in your life. They're not going to be receptive to that. I have some of those things going on in my family. And the first response is, I'm not going to help this person. She has this dude over there. Why is he not doing that? That he's laid up over there. He. It's the same thing. When a house is not clean, I don't care how much a man leaves his underwear and socks and everything on the floor. Everyone looks at the woman in the house. It comes down to the bottom line is, you have a female, you have a woman in the house living there, and this is what your house looks like. So same difference. They don't get off the hook with, a man should not take a wife if he can't afford her. So maybe at this time, your question is, should I keep looking? Should I talk to him again about this situation? And or should I date others while being with him? Ooh. That could get complicated. Number 3, dating him and dating others. First of all, you need to just be honest. I think having a conversation with the person. Now, me personally, being involved with my child's father, the first person that I was ever married to in my heart, in my best relationship, I didn't have to tell him anything. He knew as a man what a woman needed and required. So I don't care how much money I made, that man always placed money in my hand. He did not care about what I made. It was his responsibility. He paid our mortgage. He paid all, he said, give me all of the bills, and at the end of the month, he placed that cash money there. Then there was also additional funds for me to have in my pocket for my daughter and I. If she wanted a pair of sneakers, or I wanted to get curtains in the house, those funds were there. All he said to me is, it would be just a good idea to save your money. And that's what I did. That's how I actually was able to succeed and have, some stability, is not having to contribute half with someone or be with someone that wasn't contributing at all. So it's just a matter of what's important to you. If you don't mind continuing to struggle and have someone that really loves you on your side, then stay. But if you know you deserve better, if you know that what I know, which is there are men that know what it requires to keep a woman, to hold a woman, to be the head of the household, to make decisions in that household, to make decisions in her life. It's hard to allow someone to speak for you or to make decisions in your life when they have nothing to do with how you eat, breathe, or sleep. They're not making your life any easier. Right now, I would say you're in a relationship of really just having fun. Someone that is committed to just enjoying you and putting his monies on vacations and fun things, but he's not looking at the reality of life, of what you actually need to grow as a couple, and especially as a married couple. Just think about it. You're saying, this is fine how we are, and marrying into that. Don't think that gets better once you say I do, because it doesn't. If he doesn't understand it now, he will not understand it later. He will feel as though this was always going on. You knew what it was, so what are you complaining about now? Who are you talking to? Did your mom or your dad say something? Are you trying to be like your friends? You don't want to go into a marriage setup like that. I'm coming up on 10 minutes. I hope I've helped. Hopefully my audience will chime in as well. But I hope this gave you some clarity. I'm not saying leave him, but I'm saying don't go to the altar when he really can't afford to take you there. Love you, mean it, and have an awesome, awesome week.